Good evening, guys. As I'm here again to do another story about my journey about 267 Grand Street. I want you guys to subscribe to my page, follow me on TikTok, YouTube, and on Facebook as I continue to unfold more stories. I want you to take a view as you. Isn't it beautiful? Is it beautiful, beautiful, beautiful? Is it a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing? Guys, as my story get more interested, I want you guys to listen careful. Because this is what I'm about to do. I want you guys to subscribe to my page. Make sure you like. Make sure you share as I unfold more stories. Okay? Give me the encouragement, man, so I can do more stories for you guys. Okay? So anyway, this part of my journey is about being there working and sitting down at night sometime in the monitor room working, and this in person start to discriminate you because you are fat. I'm a person of 286 pounds, so I'm a heavy set. I'm not ashamed to say that, yes, I'm heavy, but I'm proud of it, okay? Because God made me the way He wanted to make me. So anyway, this person keep telling me, oh, you need to take this weight off. You need to go and take this weight off. You don't see that you are too fat. You are this, you are that. And this, it kind of make you get real uncomfortable as you goes by every day working with somebody that feel as if that because they are little, they maybe have their little neat little body, they think you are not good enough to be amongst them. How you don't see that you are too fat, you are this, you are that. But anyway, that is not even the hard part of it. The sweeter part of my joke is when she told me, girl, like how you have 4 kids, you ever think, I have a doctor I can take you so you can put something in your vagina so you can bam and make it tighter. I never tell this girl that I don't have something that is tight. I never tell her I have a problem. I never tell her any man have a problem with my tightness. You understand me? And this girl is introducing me to go to doctor where I can get something insert in my pee and get it tighter because I have 4 kids. Come on. How many women have 4 kids? How many women have 8, 12 kids? And their body is still as good as it was before. So, these things, I kind of start to get very annoying with this girl. Sometimes I want to just flip, but I cannot because I'm at 267 Grand Street, and guess what? Because the color of my skin, as she told me, I cannot. I cannot flip. I have to take everything, any question she asks me, either I answer. If I don't answer, it's like I'm rude. So whenever she asks a question, I'm just going to answer and I'm just going to tell her. Or sometimes I may laugh at it, but deep down inside I'm so hurted, but I'm just have to put the best outside. So this girl have a way to intimidate you by telling you about your looks. Don't you see that you are too fat? Don't you see you have 4 kids? Come on, why you don't think your vagina needs something to, I can take you to the doctor, you pay X amount of money and you can get something, bam in it and get it more tighter. I never tell this girl that I have a problem with any man, for tightness nor anything. So, I still furlong and I still go along with her, and I try my best to be nice to her in every way that is possible, because guess what? She's the mother of everything. And if she speaks, we are in trouble. Or I am in trouble when she speaks. So the fact remains that at 267 Grand Street, I try my best to do my job, and try to move with everyone to us in a certain way. Sometimes, I get real quiet because, when you started to face depression is not an easy road, wherein sometimes people aggravate you, and because you don't really want to flip on them, you try to keep your calm and try to keep your distance. So, as I go along, I realize that this journey becoming more tougher, more harder, more challenging, because I have to face my manager, I have to face worker. I'm scared of manager, I'm scared of worker. When I see my manager, is like the body, the temperature in my body is so different. My body gives me a total different feeling. When I see my manager, is like I'm scared, I'm frightened, um, I'm nervous, all kind of mixed feelings that come across whenever times I see my manager. So it was so hard for me, typical hard, a hard gesture for me to be there and, to really cope. But this girl, I tell you, this girl, oh my God, I get friendly back with this girl. I try my best. I put everything aside. I get friendly back with this M girl. And this M girl, oh my God, she will throw you under the bus for a second. Listen, she would do everything to throw you under the bus. She would, even if you do your job and you do it 150%, she find a way to do something or to say something or to fling you under the bus. She wants to fling you under the bus. When I'm there in the monitor room, I cannot take breaks. I have to eat my break right there in the monitor room, and I cannot get up and go to the lunchroom for 15 minutes or for half an hour. I have to just go, grab, and back in the monitor room, because she let you know plain, look, you see I take break? I don't take break. And I'm not watching anything for anyone. You got to do what you have to do. I've got my side to take care of, and you got to do your side. You got to make sure this is your responsibility. You got to make sure your responsibility is covered by you. So, it becomes very hard when you are at work and you want to pee. Sometimes you want to pee and you can't get up to even pee, because, you have to be sitting there making sure something is going on. You want to pee so bad, and you got to make sure you have to be on top of it. By the time you run to the bathroom, get a pee, 5 minutes, you have to make sure you're back in that monitor room. You eat your lunch up for 2 minutes, or you even go to the desk across from the monitor room where that microwave is. You put your lunch in or your break in, and when you put that in, you have to be still staying there looking across on that monitor. If something goes wrong, you have to run from there to go over to make sure that you are still doing your job, even though you want to have something to eat. So, it becomes very difficult, and it makes you not wanted sometimes to be at work with certain people. When you are there with other people, you get your break. You get your 15-minute break. They said, okay, I will cover for you, and I will cover for them for their 15 minutes. I will cover for them for their 30 minutes. They will cover for me for my 30 minutes. But this one particular person is letting you know plain that, look, I hit my break here, you got to hit your break here, because this is a prison job. This is a prison job. This manager here is a prison job. This is like you go to prison. And even when you were doing your training, she let you know that this training for you to come here to work in this monitor room, it's a prison job. She don't advise you to work in this monitor room. It's not a nice place to be. It's the worst place you can ever think of. But I believe doing your job and doing your job to the best of your ability, I don't see where it should be a problem for you working in this monitor room. Once you're doing your job, I'm not going to say things is not going to pass you, because not all the time you find alarm go off. Sometimes you have to go back, you have to check histories to see that something passed. You did not see it, your eyes have to be there. Sometimes you will see something and it doesn't alarm, and you can jump on it. So I'm not going to say it's not a prison work, but the way of she telling you is that you're not supposed to want to work in this place at no time. But it's not a prison work for her, because she wouldn't mind being there every single night. So, it becomes even 2 times more challenging, for you as a worker to be at work. You want to pee, you can't get up to pee, you want to have a break, you want to even walk, you can't even walk. Your feet get numb, you have to just stand up, and to just let that numbness get out, you have to sit back. It's very challenging. So, upon doing my job, it's it becomes too difficult. It becomes very, very, very difficult working with certain people, you know, and having to face certain things from a day-to-day basis. It is very challenging. The amount of question you have been asked while you are there with this person working, the amount of things you have to be like, she's a detective, you have to be answering to her every question that she asks. And you know she will just move over to you, to your computer. She will start to look to see if there is anything that passed you, that she can just say you let things pass you and you did not see this. So you kind of working with a person that you are scared of, very scared. You are so timid. And I find out that a few persons who have went and do the course and um and are qualified to work there, they don't want to work there because she told them, you need to tell them, this place is not for you, this place is not for you, this place is not for you to work. And people listen to her. She doesn't give nobody a chance. Give a person a chance and let them fail. If they fail, then I can understand the difference if a person fail. But you are telling this person that this part of the job is no good for them, but it is good for you. Let everybody do their thing. If you fail, then you learn from your mistake and you picked up again, and you go on, because it's a learning process for everyone. Nobody is perfect. Every day you are on the job, you learn something new. Every day. No matter how good you think you are, you're going to learn something new. And it become overwhelming at times when you have to deal with people like these, people that doesn't encourage you, so you can do your job to the fullness, or you really want to do your job. They just keep burdening you down with problems and things like that. But anyway, as I said to you guys, I want you guys to follow me, because there is so more interesting stories. I'm just giving you a simple little piece of story right now, but there is so much more that is so interesting for you to follow me. Try to subscribe to my page. Come on, make a few comments on my page. Let me see what you guys think. Let me know, if anybody that encounter with 267 Grand Street, let me know if what I'm saying, if you have encountered anything like that, if you had any challenges like that in the past, if you had faced anything that I have faced, and share it so others can see. I want not just people from 267 Grand Street, but people from all over to see. This can be a strategy for other workers in other workplaces, because I can tell you a lot of people is facing these challenges that they are so scared to speak. They are so scared to talk, because you're going to lose your job. That's one. Yes, everybody's scared to lose your job, because this is where your money is from. But you got to be honest. You got to do your job in a honest way, in a very professional way. You got to be comfortable doing your job. If you're not comfortable, how are you going to do your job, and your job is going to be at perfection? So think about it. Think about what I said. Think about everything that literally, I've listed. How you feel about what I said, about your opinion. Say something if you think what I'm saying is wrong. If you think what I'm saying is right, make a comment, so I can, these are the things, I want to learn from. I want to learn as I grow, as I learn my job. I want to grow every day more and more. So guys, I want you to stay tuned to me. Follow me on Facebook, TikTok, and on YouTube. as I unfold more story about my journey. Love you guys. Have a blessed day. Stay tuned and follow. Bye bye.